Hello everyone, this is Wing Liang, the Aragon watch designer. Alright, so, welcome to our Aragon watch presentation. I'd like to introduce you this collection. It actually came out about the pink dial, let me start all over again. This Aragon Divemaster Titanium Automatic Collection, the pink dial. It actually came out about 2 weeks ago. And the reason why I'm doing this video today is to make sure some of you have seen this watch and maybe you saw the debut 2 weeks ago but want to know more about this collection. So this is actually the same, the case and the bracelet as the Meteorite collection. The one that we are doing with the Swiss automatic, the Ronda R150, with 4 dial choices of the Meteorite. The natural, the fusion blue, the gold, and the copper. But let's come back and talk about this one, okay? This is the limited edition, 50 pieces only, for 50 millimeter and the 45 in the pink dial, okay? Only the pink dial are limited edition, and a lot of you that have been following our brand is usually the pink dial are being in limited edition. Sometimes it's 50, sometimes it's a little bit more, or sometimes it's 100, okay? So I want to introduce this to you, and we're currently running the intro price, okay? At $220, if I remember correctly, plus shipping. And this is such a great value. I know you've seen the GMT collection. I know it's running between $149 to $179 with this silicone strap, right? This one here is $220, and it comes with the titanium bracelet. Okay, so let me give you a spec of this watch. So I'm holding the 50 millimeter with the black ceramic insert. White lume glows blue, okay? Sapphire crystal. So the ceramic is scratch resistance. The sapphire is also scratch resistance. But what's also special about this watch is titanium case and bracelet, which I love, okay? Now, titanium is known for, is a lightweight, very strong material, okay? And the benefit between the titanium over the stainless steel is the lightweight, and they're both hypoallergenic. So if you have worn some base metal bracelet or base metal watches and you see your wrist, like having like rashes or turning green, it's because you're wearing some inferior metal on your wrist. But this titanium, okay, if you're allergic to that, so this will be trouble-free for you. I love this watch for many, many reasons. I like the Divemaster look. And Divemaster is one of our best selling collection. Not only that, it's also giving you great value. If you are familiar with watches, right? Watches in general, whether it's whatever brand it is, there's no way you're going to be able to find a watch this quality and material at this price point. Having ceramic bezel is amazing. Usually, the majority of watches, they're done in aluminum bezel or stainless steel bezel. You might have a chance to scratch it, but this is going to give you protection, right? This material. So each one of the R index is hand applied. These are not printed. If I can show it to you in an angle, you see how they are rise above the dial. And also the design of these hands is well matched into this entire collection, okay? NH35, if I haven't mentioned this is the SII, which is Seiko Instrument Incorporated. The NH35. The NH35 has a date window at the 3 o'clock position, okay? And that also is being showcased with a black frame, okay? White lume glows green for the hands and the hour index. Now, if you notice, our titanium is being done in this vertical brushed finish. So it's not as easily to get scratch. If you've seen some of the titanium watches, they use a sandblasted finishes. This one is being done the same process as the stainless steel, okay? So stainless steel tends to be more like a silverish color. This one too, but has that kind of like an IP gray, which I really find it very unique in terms of the metal color. You can imagine, oh, by the way, I'm wearing a stainless steel watch next to it, so we can just compare side by side. You see it's like more silverish, and this is a little bit dark like an IP gray. So they're both 50 millimeter, okay? Very lightweight, and the case thickness is about 13.5 millimeter. If you're familiar with the Aragon brand, in the past I've been designing a lot of watches that are thicker, like 15 and a half, 18, 22. So 22 is almost like the gauge, you know, the 55 millimeter gauge was 22 millimeter. And the reason Concept S with the cylinder case, because of the case so tall, I think it was like 24 or 27, I forgot. Okay, this is the 50 millimeter. Now, let me show you the 45, so we can compare side by side. So we do make two sizes, and each one is only 50 pieces, okay? So the bracelet, you can size them, is quite generous. So we begin the link removal on the 4th link. So if you have a small wrist, like a 5.5 or something for ladies, you can definitely wear our watches, because a lot of watches, other brands, they don't begin the link removal until like lower, like 4 or 5 or something like that. So let me put this on. And this pink sunray dial, the shade is super nice too. And by the way, if you are comparing the thickness, right? Let me try to hold this. The 50 is being done at 14.5, 13 and a half, sorry, excuse me, I said it wrong. The thickness for the 50 millimeter is 13.5, and the 45 is even thinner. I think it was like 13 or 13.1. So if you prefer a smaller size, this is definitely a very comfortable watch to wear. And don't forget, another feature that I did with this watch when I designed it, you see this solid first end link, the titanium. You see how the center 2 links that goes into the link. Why do I do this is, I like it in this particular design is, you see how it drops 90-degree angle, okay? Not only is the 45 I did it like this, I did both the same way. Now, the benefit of this is, it will, when you wear this watch, it wraps around your wrist even much more curvature. So it's basically, it leaves you no space. You see how this? It leaves you no space when you wear. Even if you have a small wrist, like I do, wearing a 50 millimeter, this basically is just tapers down to 90 degree or even wraps around your wrist very comfortably. Lightweight is great, because if you have a small wrist like I do, and you prefer to wear 50 millimeter for style or for legibility, this will fit you perfectly. If you have a large wrist, for example, 9, 8.5, not a problem, because it curves so nicely, okay? And not only that, if you prefer the 50, the link is 5 millimeter thick. So the watch is super well built. High-end quality components being put together. Such a great value, for real. Like, it's a really good value. If you have to choose, I think You know, in the year 2023, we came out so many collections. And in my personal opinion, I think it's one of the best year for Aragon. You know, the central tourbillon, automatic chronograph with the caprice, and endless. The Concept S, the cylinder collection. I mean, I can go on, and I will not be able to stop. All right, so the pink dial are the only, the 50 millimeter 45 are the only limited edition. And we do have very few left in the yellow and the white. Okay, by the way, the white is full lume, okay? It glows in the dark. If you like the contrast of the white and black, this is it, okay? And this yellow dial, look at how rich the color is. It's like a Ferrari yellow. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, and help us, you know, to share this video with all your friends. You know, tell everybody about the Aragon brand so you can help us and become more people to know about our brand. Okay, I will see you very soon, and I hope you will be able to catch this watch in the next video. And when it glows in the dark, all of this is wild. All right, see you, and see you next time.